We're having some connection issues, it seems, maybe with Twitch possibly tonight. As I just went ahead and we're going to have to look at some settings or something on Twitch. So now we're just live streaming currently with Facebook Live and YouTube Live. As I don't know, tonight for some reason something's going on. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, we're trying our best out here. I don't know if it's our upload or what it might be, but I'm really pushing this computer to the limits, I think. As I heard a big squeal there on one of the cars, that possibly Glenn Burden's. I mean, that thing was really squealing. Seems like we're still getting some sort of video feedback. Kind of delay almost. And it might just be that after this storm that we had here in town, that maybe there's something wrong with the internet, possibly. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. I appreciate those kind words. We really are trying to do something new for slot car racing for sure. That I told my brother when we started that, really wanted to do something like nobody else had done and try to get slot car racing out there, especially to the younger crowd, that they could get into a sport like this, because it's quite an easy sport to get into, and really it's just trigger control. You don't have to worry about trying to steer it or nothing like that. And it's good, cheap fun for pretty much the whole family, and we love it when kids get involved. We got junior races here too, and they really enjoy that. Lynn Burton really flying there on purple. See Tim Hall there on orange. Catching up. A little slip there of Jason Howard there on yellow. I seen coming out of Dead Man's Corner. As he's neck and neck with Tim Hall there on orange. Just really both of them giving it all they can give. We get a red flag and a rotation. Let's take a look at some of the data. So we kind of look here. Tim Hall, of course, above everybody and above all tonight, I guess you could say, with an average lap of 61.2. The guy next to him, Robert Whitaker, 57 total average, followed by Jason Howard with 56.3. Jason, when he first started, had a hard time keeping the cars on, and now Jason, this will be his second race, and looks like he's going to podium this one with 338 laps. Quite a substantial amount above Paul Woosley. Paul Woosley, our victor in the first race, kind of having a little bit of trouble here on the tri-oval, whether he's catching a lot of wrecks or maybe just something up with his car causing him to come off, maybe a bend, who knows. But this happens sometimes. Glenn Burden there, down there with 53.3 average laps, and running consecutive laps, as we can see, in the 50s. A minute and 45 seconds as we get back underway. We're going to take a quick look here in the pits and watch these guys work. You see Bruce Bullington there, hard at work as always. Robert Whitaker there. Robert Whitaker there, probably soaking up some of that air conditioner. I can't say I blame him. Jeff Lawless, this is located in Livermore, Kentucky, western Kentucky, to be more exact, I guess you would say, about 17 miles south of Owensboro, Kentucky, if you know where Owensboro is located. Quite a few racers come out of Owensboro, Kentucky. The Green brothers, the Darrell Waltrip, Michael Waltrip. Trying to think, MotoGP. Name slips my mind, but he passed recently. I cannot think of his name right offhand. Oh, you're in Henderson, Jeff? Yeah, man, come on down and visit us. We'd love to have you, man, and we really enjoy the competition. I know these guys really do too. Of course, these guys are really tinkering with their cars, trying their best to run as fast as they can and stay on here. And it don't take much effort to figure this kind of stuff out. A lot of people from Henderson too race slot cars. So we had a couple guys when we were racing down in the basement with and that was a hard hit into Paul Woosley there. He might want to take a look at that car as he took a full blunt shot off of Glenn. I'm telling you, that was a hard hit. That was a bone shatterer there. But yeah, we've had a few guys from Henderson race with us down there in the basement when that orange track you see in the background was in the basement of my dad's house. When we used to have races every weekend, there was a guy, he would come and he would bring the Le Mans races on tape. And we would listen to the Le Mans races whenever we were racing slot cars. And I mean, just hearing those old cars from the 60s and stuff. I think it was a 69 Le Mans he would always bring. And just hearing those cars just go by in the same spot every time, it just kind of puts you in the mood. We'd also watch the NASCAR races down there. My brother would tend to bring a flat screen TV down there on big NASCAR events, and we'd watch NASCAR while we was racing. Of course, we had the older TrackMate software down there, and we had it on a 5-gallon bucket just to keep it from getting wet. We'll go back live racing. Yeah, see, drag racing, we're just now getting into it down here. There's a couple places here. One of them, I believe, in Central City where they drag race quite a lot, and there's a place in Owensboro where guys drag race now. We don't really have a big following here at Lanes Raceway as of yet, but we just recently opened in the past month or so. But yeah, it's gaining some interest. There's some guys that's bought some drag cars, and I've even tinkered a little bit myself on one of them. I can't say I'm that good. There was one guy come here. He usually races in Florida during the season, and I'll tell you what, he really shaped my drag car up pretty good and made it run quite well. Oh, and Tim takes a gut shot from his own car. Wow, what a hit. Is that who's doing it there in Central City, Jeff? Okay. Yeah, we could get a few guys come in here every once in a while, and they get some parts and some tires and stuff. And, I'm glad those guys, it's a pretty serious thing over there, and those guys, I think that's why they kind of shy from this place is we don't really know a whole lot about it. And those guys, they want a place where people can really run it really well. But, yeah, we got one here. Kids love it. These guys that, we usually do circle track and GP and stuff like that. And it's something to get into. So we got the latest TrackMate software with the ability to do timed bracket racing. So we're going to try to make a run at it. I think our third race that we're going to try to do here this coming Tuesday. Our video feed here is quite delayed by probably a good 30 or 40 seconds. We're definitely experiencing some internet issues here. Yes, Jeff, we have a website, a Facebook page, pretty much all the social medias, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. But yes, if you go to our webpage, www.lanesraceway.com, we have a full-fledged schedule. We're actually going to have a series here that a purse payout for the Professional Cup Series, I think is up to right at $3,800 or something like that. Every one of our races sponsored by local people here in the area, and some even abroad. So, that all goes to pay the purse out for these individual racers. And, we really want to respect our racers and make them feel like, what they actually are is skilled craftsmen in this genre of motorsport. Well, we look forward to seeing you too, Jeff, when you get down here. We appreciate it. If you would like and subscribe to our channel and share this to some of your friends, that also we would appreciate it. Yeah, Alicia, when you guys get down here, the next time you're in Kentucky, yeah, please drop in and get in a race or rent a car, or, just spend the day with us. Have a good time. We always enjoy new people coming and getting into the sport. Like I said, everybody's welcome to come here and get in this race. We really do appreciate the competition. Everybody here loves to see a new face, more racers, more competition. It all works out. And even bigger payouts, I guess you would say, because the more people that end up getting in it, the bigger the payouts end up being. So thank you for that heart going across the screen there. It's like Glenn Burton got put back on black. But like I said, guys, we are in this current video feed here, which is an IP camera, technically. It is several seconds behind. We are having some internet issues here, so just bear with us if you would. And, we'll try to get this straightened up before we do our next 2 and Out NASCAR race that's coming up next. It's Fairview IT Cup Series Invitational that everybody's going to be getting ready to do. That's what the big seasonal is going to be coming up, and pretty good payouts, paying out 1st through 10th. And like I said, I think first place right now is up to $700, and 10th place I think is $150. So it's going to be 24 races, but you're going to pick the best 7, I think is what it is. You have to check the website for more information, as I don't have it memorized. But it's going to be a really cool thing, and we got some good stuff planned for that whole event, and that'll be, of course, our premium live streams that will take place there. So we see as the stream's catching up now, we see a car on its lid there in the black lane. So what you're seeing in the top left corner of the laps and stuff looks like it is up to date, but the video feed that you're seeing in the bottom right that says Amcrest is not up to date currently. They're actually racing. You can hear them out there racing right now. But for some reason or another, we're having a delay issue. I might have to try to restart this again after this race, and hopefully we can get something kind of linked up. I might just have to go completely to Facebook Live tonight. But we are going to look at the 7 of 8 round here, as Tim Hall is still in the lead with an average of 60.4 laps turned. Robert Whitaker, Jason Howard, and Paul Woosley relatively all close within 2 laps of each other, or a lap technically. 56 laps to Paul Woosley's technically 55 lap average. And then in the back, Glenn Burden and Bruce Bullington, still respectively within 5 laps of Robert Whitaker. So, I mean, everybody's quite close here. I do not think that anybody's going to be able to catch Tim, as I don't think anyone has actually beat him in any one of the rounds so far. He's turned more laps than anyone on every single rotation. So even if his car blew up, it would be quite hard to catch him with 423 total laps right now. The next guy with 393, Jason Howard, and Robert Whitaker with 393. As we enter into the final heat here, it's going to be a close little battle between Jason Howard and Robert Whitaker. As we got a minute and 24 seconds before we go. Everybody's still lined up out there on the track. Looks like they're excited for this final heat. You see Bruce Bullington up there, standing, ready, at attention, ready to go. We do have a bottom of medium. It's a little more tacky. It'll slow you down a little bit more, but it'll grip a little better. 35 seconds and we'll be green going again. Seems like everything is in slow-mo here. I'm going to try something. We might lose the video feed here. Then again, we might not. Okay, that seems like that might have sped up the camera down there at the bottom, but we're still at quite a delay. That's probably not going to end up getting fixed before the race is over, but we'll stay in with it, and you know, you'll be able to see how it finishes. And I'll just give you a play-by-play of these guys getting their cars put on. This looks like from possibly this heat. So I hear a lot of them out there having a good time. All right, so we have a minute and 28 seconds. We're basically just getting a play-by-play here of how many laps these guys are turning, because it's so far out of sync. I mean, it's minutes out by now, I think. It's really quite strange, to be honest. I don't know why it's doing this. I'll try to figure it out, and maybe by the time we start up NASCAR, we should be pretty good. With a minute and 30 left, that is actually live. Tim Hall with 437 laps as they're fixing to go back green. We got somewhat of a battle going and brewing between Robert Whitaker and Jason Howard. Jason Howard's really going to have to put the pedal to the metal down here, though, to be able to stay up with Robert Whitaker, as Robert Whitaker does have the lower of the two lanes. His median lap times are about equal, but it doesn't look like Jason's going to be able to pull up ahead of Robert Whitaker in this final heat. Paul Woosley down low, being able to really crank out the laps against Jason Howard here, possibly going to be a change in the finish here between Jason Howard and Paul Woosley with 54 seconds left to go. But there is 6 laps he would have to make up, so Jason Howard's really going to have to mess up or really slow down, as his median time is 2.2 and Paul Woosley's is 1.94. He's going to have to make up another 4 or 5 laps, I believe, to be able to catch Jason Howard. As I heard a wreck out there, but I couldn't tell you who that was that was involved in the wreck, as the sounds are up to date. But like I said, the video is so far behind right now, it's quite sad. "29 seconds left to go in this race. We can go ahead and solidify that Tim Hall is going to win this race as we tally up his laps. I'm going to grab a pen real quick. Looks like second place is still technically up for grabs for the next 29 seconds, as it's within 3 laps. Also, third place is still technically up for grabs between Jason Howard if something wants to happen. There is still time that he could possibly get that, so we're not going to solidify who those are at this given time. But we're waiting. I guess somebody's got a broke car or something going on right now. So that's completely wrong there. All right, it looks like we're about to go green again here for the remainder of this race. 28 seconds left. As it's brought within 2 laps between Paul Woosley and Jason Howard. 16 seconds left. 10 seconds left. No one giving an inch. 2 seconds left. 4 seconds left as the software catches up. And that's all she wrote with Tim Hall with 475 laps total. Followed by Robert Whitaker with 449.
Did we run down the laps on the first race?
And Jason Howard with 446.